Welcome to College Algebra. This is an online class or an ITV class depending on which route you're taking it, but either way we'll be using Blackboard to help facilitate the class. So there are several notes that I would like to talk with you about to get you started for this class. The first thing is that you should check in no less than 3 times per week onto Blackboard. That means you need to make sure that you're checking the announcements and doing the work. The work is not only in Blackboard, but you'll also have work in My Math Lab as well. So please be sure that you know how to access that as well. We'll talk about that shortly. Please make sure that whenever you log on to Blackboard that you always check the announcements page. Currently we're on the announcements page, but if you find yourself in some other location, if you go to the left side of your page, you'll see that it says announcements. You simply click there and you can view all the announcements. The next thing we need to talk about is your profile. You should have seen the video on how to log into Blackboard off the Ranger website, but if you haven't, then you can come up here by your name and then click on the little person icon. And you'll see down at the bottom it has personal information. So you'll come to personal information, to edit personal information, and here is where you need to insert your email. Now it doesn't necessarily have to be your Ranger email, but it's going to be the email that you check the most often so that you can receive any announcements and or emails that I send out to the class. So again, please make sure you have the correct email associated with your account, and you can add in any additional information if you would like. Please remember to press submit. So now we want to get back to the class. So we're going to go back to our class. And we are in College Algebra. And so again, we're going to check the announcements. If you have the correct email in your profile, you will receive the announcements electronically through your email. The next thing we're going to talk about is how to get started with the course. So we're going to come to the left side of the page and click on Course Information and Getting Started. The most important thing on this website is the syllabus. Please click on Syllabus. When you click on Syllabus, it will download to your computer and you will see a copy of the syllabus. The syllabus will look like this, and you'll just need to scroll down and read through all the information. The important thing to note is at the bottom of your syllabus, you will notice that there is a calendar. There's a calendar by date telling you exactly what is due on those days. So once you're comfortable with your syllabus, please make sure you print it out and put it in a safe place. The next thing we need to talk about is your calculator. You are required to have a calculator for this class. I recommend a TI-84, and if you do not have a TI-84 that you can use every day, that means taking it home, using it, you can either purchase one, they have them at Walmart or Staples or Office Max or whatever you prefer. However, if you don't want to spend all that money on a calculator that you're going to use just for one class, you can rent them. So please go to bookrenter.com or just type in Book Renter Calculators in your Google bar, and this is what it will come up looking like. Notice that you can rent a calculator for 125 days for $55. That saves you $84 instead of having to purchase the calculator. Again, this is completely up to you. Back to Blackboard, we're going to also look at the lessons. So off to your left-hand side, under Getting Started, you'll check on Lessons, and here you'll see we have Lesson 1. I would like you to read all the information that's always associated with the Lesson 1 folder, or each folder for the lesson, and then click on the folder. You'll notice that you have lots of stuff in here. Here's a picture of what the book should look like. We'll talk about the book in a second. You'll also find notes in PDF format, and you'll also find these things called pencasts. Now a pencast is a document that I've created that will help you better see all the information basically in a lecture format. So if you would like to see what they look like, you'll just open your pencast up, and I'll make this larger so that you can see it. And it'll load looking like this. Now notice all the writing is in green right now. When you come to the bottom, you can press play. This is just opened in an Adobe Reader format. If you don't have Adobe Reader, you can simply download it from the internet. It is free, and all you'll do is press play. When you press play, you'll notice that it's going to start doing the text, and it should also have volume.
So this will be sections.
And I will explain all the notes.
1.4. So if you look at
So this will take you through all the notes that are required for this lesson. Those can be accessed right here under Pencasts. There should be Pencasts for every lesson. After you've watched all the Pencasts, then I'm going to recommend that you go to MyMathLab and start working on the homework. To get to MyMathLab, you're simply going to go to the MyMathLab tab, and when you press that, it'll open the MyMathLab window. So I'll take you there so you can see what it looks like. Oops. Okay, it should go there. When you get to MyMathLab, you'll need to sign in. So under the Getting Started information, you'll notice that there's MyMathLab Access. So here's all the information for your MyMathLab, and here's the handout. Now the handout will look like this when you download it. Let me make it for the full screen. And it gives you the course ID number for our class. It tells you how to order it if you didn't order it through the bookstore. And here's the really important information. You have 17 days of temporary access to MyMathLab. So if you are still currently waiting on financial aid, you can still get on MyMathLab and get the work done without falling behind. You have 17 days to pay for MyMathLab in order to keep using it. All the information on how to sign in is located on this handout that you can find on Blackboard. And again, it's under Course Information, Getting Started, MyMathLab Access. So once you make it to MyMathLab, you're simply going to go to Homework. And you'll see that right now there are 4 pieces of homework for the first week. So what you need to do is you need to go through each one. I'm just going to skip the Getting to Know MyMathLab, and I'm going to click on P1 through P4. So notice that we have all of these to do. There are several questions to do, and you're going to have to watch the media that's associated with it before answering any questions. So for example, all of these have video lectures. So just like you had the Pencast, you also have a video lecture that you can play that will explain the notes. I'm not going to play it now. I was just showing you that's where it's at. There's also links to the book. So when you click on P1, P2, and P3, it will bring up the book. This is how you get to your book. You do not have to buy a book for this class. The book comes with MyMathLab. However, if you do not like using an online book, you are welcome to purchase or rent the Blitzer College Algebra 5th edition book at your request. So once you're finished with the homework, we're going to move on to the written assignments. Notice when you open the written assignments, it gives you a good explanation of how to do them. It gives you examples of what right should look like. And then when you click on Written Assignment 1, it'll download Written Assignment 1. It'll download Written Assignment 1, and this is what it will look like. What you need to do is you need to take out some paper, write in pencil always works better, show the steps for all of your problems. The work is worth 3 points per question. The correct answer is only worth 2 points. So using the Pencasts, and after you've done the homework, you'll work on your written assignment. Once you have finished your written assignment, all you need to do is take a picture of your written assignment and send it electronically to me at my email, which is located right here under Written Assignments. It's also located on Blackboard. It's just kcalton@rangercollege.edu. Again, that is right here, kcalton@rangercollege.edu. Please just send it as an email. If there's 10 pages of work, that's completely fine. I'll compile it all, grade it, and send it back to you via email. Once you have finished everything on MyMathLab, then you'll also need to know where the discussion tab is. Off to the left is a discussion tab. When I click on discussions, you'll notice that there are several discussion boards here. Please make sure you introduce yourself in the student lounge. If you have any questions that would pertain to the entire class, you're welcome to ask it under general course questions or send me an email, give me a call, or shoot me a text. Please tell me who you are if you're texting me. And then you'll need to come down here to Lesson 1 discussion. This is where we are for the first week. Please notice that the initial post, so whatever you write for your first post, is due by Wednesday at midnight. I require that you respond to at least two different posts by Sunday at midnight. This is the same every week. So Wednesday is your initial response, and Sunday are your response posts. By the way, your written assignments, the ones that we just looked at, those are due Sunday at midnight. Again, all you have to do is email them to me. For the pencasts, just make sure you watch them. If you need additional pencasts, please just send me a note. I'll be happy to help you out if you need any additional information. The last thing I want to show you is that we have several other links here. We have a My Grades tab that you can check on to check your grades. It will list them out. There's also a Ranger Library tab here in case you need to access the Ranger Library for any reason. And if you need any type of tutoring through me, I'll be happy to do that online. To do that, you simply click on Virtual Classroom Tutoring and it should load on your computer. This is a rather lengthy video, but hopefully you understand how to navigate the course better. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me, email me, or text me at any time. I'm always available to help you out. Best of luck with the course.